I think katubike mwana tumbi tu phantom. Twawama. Mkwaye batira pakwa kanobunga tapabansoni. Some of these things we need to be talking about them. Some of these things we need to be talking about them, and we should not be scared to talk about realities. And this time around, I mean it, I'll just be telling you things as they are. By upnd ngamlefu mukandie, but no, you can't. We can't keep on fearing to talk about real issues of our country. We need to be talking about real issues of our country. Yeah? A lot of things are being swept under the carpet. People are scared to talk. A lot of you are scared to talk. And each time you want to talk about something that is critical, you know, you are scared. Yeah? It has even become so common these days to say, hey, you will come for you. Hey, they will come for you. No, but it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. Expressing ourselves should not attract arrests. Expressing ourselves should not attract jail sentences. We are not criminals. We are not criminals. We are not criminals. We are just exercising our right. We have the right to speak, and we need to be speaking about these issues. So tonight, I want to talk about this issue of the elections. You have seen the UPND cheating themselves. They have really been cheating themselves. You know, kuyumfuisha wino. You know, fidia kuyumfuisha wino aben. They have been sweeping the elections, and they are bubbling with confidence that they are becoming popular. Now, let's be real here. Let's be real. Let's be realistic. How can you say UPND is becoming popular? Honestly, even you people who are watching, even whenever UPND, including Waka in the Hichilema, if you ask yourself, what is it that you have done which would make the people of Zambia to love UPND? What have you done? Eh? What have you done? What have you done? Let's be real. Let's ask these questions. What has UPND done for the Zambian people to love them? What have they done? What have the UPND done? Eh? Since they came into power, what have they done? But beauty, Kadushi Siman, that you are finished. Well, I'm not finished, my dear sister. I'm not finished. I am just starting. And I will go far and wide. You know, far and wide. Believe you me, I'm not finished. If you think that I am finished, ni mo male fo kumpuisha by UPND, by the way. You mo male fo kumpuisha. You know, the moment I came to you, people ran away from my broadcast. They ran away. Now, I want you people, call them back and keep sharing my videos, because now you'll be having nothing but the truth. Direct talk. So keep sharing my videos and keep telling people to come back to this page so that Ababa UPND, they can see that Diane is not finished. Na petere fiomuchira, because you know, I wanted to help you. I wanted to give you a chance, but you kicked me away. And then we'll talk about that on another day. For tonight, I am basically asking you a question. Don't say, hey, 20 pin, bakupelewa lungu, hey, whatever. 20 pin is too little money. 20 pin is too little money, mwevantu. 20 pin. 20 pin is too little. 20 pin is ticket. Diakwira ku Ethiopia bakashibani. 20 pin. Di ticket kuya ku Ethiopia. It's nothing. And only you who are naive can even think that, no, 20 pin has bought me. No. That 20 pin only showed me that, Valungu Balikwa Tomutima is a good man. That 20 pin just showed me that Balikwa Tomutima, whilst Baka in the Hichilema was pushing me to go into jail, Valungu extended his hand to help. There is a big difference there. That's what that 20 pin means. It's not really the value of the money. It's the gesture. Va UPND, Vahaka in the Hichilema was pushing me to go into jail. Va Edgar Lungu, Basafumia 20 pin to, ukumfumia muchifungo. Panalea kuchifungo in. Nganalina muchifungo. So apanga nde saving 9 months. So imitima ya wabidi ishintungulu shinaipusana. Valungu na va Edgar Lungu imitima na shipusana. But tukalande fingi kuntanshi. Twakulanda panono. Ayonse nkabwererako. But for the meantime, let me concentrate on the elections. Imweni mi pusheli akwebati. Mwebale bati ba UPND, they have become popular. But they win my election. Ba wina na kuchinsali. Ati ku PF bedroom. Na kukopa belt konso bale wina. Konso kwa wale kwa tama by elections. Bale wina fe ba UPND. Echo ndefo kumipushako. Ichirele ngoko wati ba abantu. Ba voted. Batamba kuvotera wa haka inde Hichilema. Chinshi chirengo kwati waka inde Hichilema wa voted. Bale ba voted. Chinshi. Munje beko chinshi chirenga. Apapene ba UPND babatemwa abantu. Apapene ba UPND babatemwa. Chinshi babatemenwa. Eri pusho ndefo amunja suke. Notukula bate tayari shani whatever. Munjebe icho abantu babatemenwe ba UPND chinshi awaba le votera ba UPND ngabale bavotera icho bale bavotera chinshi muipushe mwebene icho abantu bale votera ba UPND chinshi pantu imwe ba UPND opo mwaishila ifintu fyali bipirako. Things have gotten worse. Things have gotten worse. And I was trying to help you. To bring in the global economic scenario. But unfortunately, Tamwakabutunge, because you have failed. You don't even know. Yes, things are bad, but you don't even know why things are bad. You don't know. And if you don't know why things are bad, how can you find the solution? By UPND, they don't know why things are this bad in our country. They don't know. And if they don't know, how can they find a solution? If they knew, they would have been articulating these issues. But they don't know. That's why they fail to articulate. They are failing to articulate the economic status quo. They are failing to explain. Because they don't know. That's why they are failing. They can't explain. Because they don't know. And if they don't know, how can they find solutions? They can't find solutions. And indeed, since you came into power, things have gotten worse. Ubu fi mwala ile, mwalila ndile fintu fingi, mwabepa. And if mwala ile, if yonse file for mwala ile, abantu tabale ifumona, people are not seeing those things that you promised. So surely, imamule tontonka nyokwata, vena Zambia, fi pube fya kwa wati, mwabepa, baisa mitemenu wapo, noku mitemenu wapo. Does that make sense to you? With the lies that you propelled, you campaigned on propaganda, on lies. And now you are in power. You have already done halfway your term. And you are cheating yourself. You continue cheating to say, no, people have liked us. Even people in Chinsari, they like us. For what? For what? What have you done to Chinsari? What have you done Kuchinsali? Kuchinsali, there are a number of buildings. Ewa PF batampire. Muleme nefiani as I'm talking. Muleme nefiani. Imisebo she, the roads are so bad. The roads are so bad. What have you done in Chinsali? What have you done in these other areas where you are saying you are winning elections for people to love you? So who are you cheating really? Because people can only like a ruling party if that ruling party is delivering on something. But you are not delivering on anything. You are not delivering on anything. You are not. At 15,000 teachers, a CDF, who is benefiting out of that CDF? CDF, mwalandat yo, CDF ma million. But mwapela for 5 million. At the moment, CDF, you have not given the figures. CDF here last year. Last year, AMA MPs were pocketed 5.1 million. CDF last year, what was disbursed to the constituencies? It's 5.1. So what is the point of even talking about hey 27 point Chakuti, 27 point Chakuti? What's the point? Who is benefiting out of your CDF? So you have done nothing. There is nothing that you can claim to say we have done this and this is why people have loved us. The only thing that you have done in Zambia, the only thing that you have done in this country, what you have done, upnd, is to instill fear. Is to instill fear using the police and the courts. That's what you have done. Systematically, you have instilled fear in all of us, such that even in a you managed. Umuntu opo mwa Hichilema power, you arrested me 10 times. 10 times. 10 times. Since you came into power, in just 2.5 years, 2.5 years, you have arrested me 10 times. 10 times. I go to court every week. Every week I go to court, and not one day. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, every week. I can't even work. I'm failing to work. And who doesn't? Which opposition leader doesn't have a court? Doesn't have a case in court? Who doesn't have a case in court? So you have instilled fear. That's what you have done. So that people don't talk. And why don't you want people to talk? You don't want people to talk even when you rig elections. Like these elections which happened yesterday. You rigged elections. 2021, you rigged those elections. You rigged those elections. You rigged those elections. I would objectively say, yes, Edgar Lungu lost the elections. He didn't. Hakainde Hichilema, let me put it this way. Hakainde Hichilema got more votes. But certainly Hakainde Hichilema did not get more than, did not get 1 million votes more than Edgar Lungu. No. Iria 1 million yabufi. Iria 1 million yabufi. You remember at one point I circulated, the figures, of the elections result. And we can't account for about 630,000 votes. About 630,000 votes cannot be accounted for. So, I agree that Hakainde Hichilema got more votes. But he did not have 1 million votes more than Edgar Chagwa, because there are about 630, actually about 631 votes which are not accounted for. You rigged the elections. You rigged the elections. Very simply, you rigged the elections. And somebody will say, no, but they were not in power. Yes, they were not in power, but they rigged the elections. They rigged the election because they became complacent. PF became complacent. Edgar Lungu became complacent. Edgar Lungu was looking at so many things that they did, and they were very sure that no, with all these things that we have done for the people, people will put us in power. They underrated the machinery of the UPND in terms of propaganda and of course rigging the elections. Therefore, amumfuikishe ba PF by Edgar Lungu underrated the machinery of the UPND. UPND employed a serious machinery, scientific machinery to dent PF. They were working with think tanks, big think tanks like Tony Blair's institution. They also hired people from America, institutions, people who are experts on disseminating information. They also hired this very Facebook that you see in Ndebomfie. Facebook was used. They used Facebook to make sure that they disseminated ferocious propaganda which corroded the PF to an extent that they looked like they are so bad people. They look like they are so bad people. A lot of us started looking at, when we think of Edgar Chagolungu, we used to think to say, uyu muntu uyu, alivendalama katwishi kwa matrax nga alikwatama warehouse yandalama. But ndemye chinga. Ineva lungu, ndalandanabo. And teno mbafi. At first valungu na riva shire. I abandoned the Alewe because of lack of resources. Because of lack of resources. Because of lack of resources, Valungu. I mean, a lot of people think really, Valungu, what kwa tempia. Ndemye chinga. Tawakwata. Because avakwata. In a chirufia, I would have been swimming in money. Lelo, I'm selling a vehicle because I want to send my child to school. Lelo, I'm selling a vehicle. You saw it. I'm advertising a vehicle. Mulenje baba lungu ngachako ati bali kwete mpiete tibampera feka 100 pin twalo mwana ukolefo kumutwala here is 100 pin iyo 20 pin mulende 20 pin yalifuma because it was under a distressed situation. So valungu mwilaiwe pandivini, a lot of people think no valungu shani I want valungu to help me with this, I want valungu to help me with this. Now, I tell you, ndemi ave vishinka. Mwidai posted on Insta, valungu waka, ndefo kya kuri valungu. I receive a lot of messages. Hey, give me a phone number ya valungu. Hey, shan. No, vale. Va PF. Where is the money? Do you see money? They go in these by-elections. Do you see them throwing around money? They don't. They don't have money. They don't have money. And this is the issue that they need to work on. You need to work on this one. You need to work on this one. You need to up your game, because if you are going to go in this election, because you are worse off now. When you were in power, at least you had money. You had more money. Now, it is going to be more difficult. So, you need to really focus on this, and you don't have the time. You don't have that time. You don't have that time. So, you need to make sure that you invest in the propaganda to beat the UPND propaganda. UPND propaganda is very sophisticated. The numbers that you are seeing on this page of people who are watching is altered, is tuned. Some of our pages are capped. Some of our pages are capped. The algorithms, you don't, because you see, social media, Facebook, like if you boost your page, if you boost a page, they allow your page to go on main forums, on main forums to many people, and then they start clicking, liking. That's how they happen. They don't go out and start saying, oh, click. No. When you boost, you pay, because you can boost your page. A number of these people that you see abayumfuati, hey, 1 million, shan. It is because they boost. They don't grow their pages organically. Even Hakainde Hichilema was boosting. He was paying for people to like the page. And what Facebook does is to allow the page to appear to many people so that they can see it and they can like. That is what they do. And the more you pay, the more it is spread to many people. So what upnd did is that they used Facebook, that their pages, their propaganda pages were being multiplied, were going to many people, targeted people. And those pages that were speaking for PF, they were not, being seen by so many people. It is what is happening even now. My page, they know this page is a danger. They know this page is a danger. They brought down that page. Perfect. I had a page which had 700. I would have been one of the first people to get 1 million in this country. I would have been one of the first people. But since it had too many people, what did they do? They used Facebook to bring down that page. It's not Bazikta, no. It's Facebook. Because when you lose a page, you cannot lose a page actually on Facebook. You can't. When you complain to Facebook, Facebook will bring it. Even hackers, when hackers get your face, you can retrieve it. I failed to retrieve my page. I even went to South Africa to retrieve my page. I failed. I failed to retrieve my page because Facebook was involved. Even now, the people that are watching, you people who are watching, it is because of your dedication. Some of you have to search for my page. A number of people are saying, I can't see your page, I can't see your page. You have to search to see my page. A number of people, like when HH goes live, you start seeing Utuma notices, HH is live, HH is live, HH is live. It is because Facebook has set it that way to attract more people. When I go on live, there are not many of you who see live, and you come to my page, and you can attest to this. A lot of you come to my page because you know that 20 hours time will be live. Then you go to my page, not that you receive notices. You don't receive notices because Facebook plays around with their platform. And of course, you can't blame them because it is paid for. They are making money. They make money. And you can do this. Even by Edgar Lungu, if you remember when he had the page, we had to play around with it, with those people that were working with to up the numbers. Even my page, I'm telling you, if I put money in it, I can challenge anyone. Give me $500. Give me $500 I put on this on this page, and come and check the numbers by Wednesday. Just $500. Come and see the numbers by Wednesday. So, upnd used that. And even now, what I'm telling you is that by opposition, if you want to win an election, you need to start considering this. So, the number one strategy was to mess up Edgar Lungu, to make him look a very bad man, a very corrupt man, a useless man. And they succeeded. They succeeded. The other thing that upnd did, they worked on rigging the elections. They had a systematic plan on how to rig the elections. They had a systematic plan on how to rig the elections. And I can assure you, I'm challenging you, our opposition, to do an audit. Do an audit of that election. You will clearly see that elections were rigged. Those elections were rigged. Yes, Hakainde Hichilema got more votes, but he didn't get 1 million more than Edgar Lungu. He didn't. There are about 631 votes which are not accounted for. And the rigging was very systematic. One of the riggings, which is actually happening even now, is whereby they chased the who are these? The election monitors. During the time of counting, they were chasing them. And another one was literally just, marking ballot boxes. They were marked. You remember there is that video that was going around. Please, somebody find that video which was going around. You remember Southern Province, where these police officers and there are these two men, Pachimutiso, they are putting ballot whatever, boxes. And those police officers couldn't do anything. They just said, what are you doing here? You are not supposed to be doing it here. Go inside. But clearly, there is that video where people are stashing votes in the ballot box. Are you telling me you didn't see that? Are you telling me you didn't see that? It was circulating on social media. Even those of you who support the UPND, you saw that. Then there was this issue of chasing away Ntwankan. Chasing campaign, what do you call them? Election monitors. They chased them. They were chasing them. The whole of Southern Province, Western Province, Northwestern Province, a number of people were being chased from the polling station. Even in some areas, they were being chased. Some of them were being bought. So it was freely, UPND was free to just put in pre-marked ballots. Pre-marked ballots. And you can say, no, but where did they get the ballot papers? Of course, they got them from ECZ. They got them from ECZ. They got them from ECZ. And the people that were in the field were overtaken by UPND. Some of them were falsely overtaken. Some of them were paid. It was a full machinery to rig that election. And this is real. Now, when you UPND, it's real. It is real. Look, there is one. First of all, just excuse me a bit. How can I there's one can which I saw. I wish I had. There's one, like, even if you see, you can check this. I am in my elections yesterday. You can check. You will find that those ECZ forms. I don't know what form. Anyway, I'll post that form. The people that are signing there, the election monitors are supposed to sign, but you just find that all they sign of a new UPND. But what about these others? Number they have even come up with Mlandu because of shyness, because they want to appear that no, there is democracy. These elections are free and fair. Now what they have started doing, they are giving votes to some little known opposition. Opposition political parties that are not even known. They are giving them mama votes. Why they are giving them mama votes? They are giving them mama votes so that, it looks like it is democratic. And this is what they want to do even in 2026, whereby they will have some stooges of presidential candidate to stand, and they will give them mama votes. Meanwhile, they give so many votes to Haka in the Hichilema. They are doing this. They are testing that method of distributing votes to some political parties, so that, especially PF, so that PF looks like it is completely dead. If you look at the elections of yesterday, the whole propaganda, the whole notion that they are trying to create is that PF is dead. That is what they want to create. If you look at all the results, Mwala Sanga, PF Iripanshi, yes, you will say it is Mao Sampa, it is PF of Mao Sampa. It is true. It is PF of Mao Sampa. But the idea behind the UPND, the agenda behind the UPND is to make sure that PF, looks finished. That is what they want. That is what they want. And now they are propping up tuma political parties utushaishibikwa na valida veneta vaishibikwa nokuishibikwa, but they are propping them up. Zambians, open your eyes. Zambians, open your eyes. You continue suffering. You are suffering now, but unless you open your eyes, unless you work together, unless you take the bull by the horns, unless you do that, Hakainde Hichilema is going to continue. Hakainde Hichilema is going to continue in 2026. As it is, Hakainde Hichilema cannot win an election. Free and fair election. He can't win. He can't win free and fair. Abantu baimba bale amkuvota. Hakainde Hichilema cannot win an election. But Hakainde Hichilema has made sure that he's holding the institutions of governance. He's holding the institutions of governance. ECZ is in the hands of UPND. This is the only government where we have all cadres running the institutions of government. Everywhere, wherever you go, you will find UPND cadres. And it is not just UPND cadres. They are balevika pono mutundu. Balevika pono kubika po, because let's face it, let's not pretend. A lot of people from Southern, Western, and Northwestern, they are UPND. And these are the people that they are putting in positions. There are a few that are coming from the northern. People coming from the northern, they are being doubted. That's why some of us could not be accepted, because we are being doubted. No. Ababa Kelvin Sampa. Ba Kelvin Sampa po ba ingira mu UPND ba linaka no kunaka. Kale ba ingira. Bashirikita. Even these ababa ba join no ba never Frank Boaria ba Cosmas Chiresha. Mulemona. They are just going to join the bandwagon. They will just become frustrated like me, because kaina ifatu waliesha kwa tumona no dimbibala tusumina kuisa tiba kusumina. So they are making sure they are putting their own UPND members and those that coming from a tribe that they can trust. Mwila ivepa. Banani. From this side, from Eastern and whatever, and that they can trust you. Mwila ivepa. But I'll talk about this one day. They don't focus on my elections. And then you will go at I have my elections by UPND Tabari winner. It is not true. They have just learned best how to steal, how to rig elections. And they are not rigging elections cheaply. Irea chisawawa, irea chinampofu, irea mukomboni. They have employed think tanks. And so far, I don't think we have really known how UPND is winning, is rigging the elections. They are rigging elections. And they have become so good that now they are even distributing votes to other political parties. That is how good they have become. They are choosing. Kaka political party akataka ishirikwa bakapera. EEP techiva ipere. Kuchivapera EEP. Valetina ngavapera EP nichalamba kuya pa mulu kaini chiruva tayari alishibikwa. I am the third in the country. Finch mwinganje vaimwe ngana alimini ne fair and square 9 mini na Hakainde Hichilema Edgar Lungu na banani I'll come out third. That is for a fact. 9 mini na feso na maafu ni nkwata. Ero na maafu ngani nkwata kuti nabanyankula nokumanyankula bonse babiri. Kuti nabanyankula bonse babiri, so Hakainde Hichilema kuti namunyankula kuma votes. If I have the resources, I can beat Hakainde Hichilema ma votes. Then I can beat Hakainde Hichilema ma votes, so. Ninkwata vya ama half. I've got money, so tete apitani akaenda Hichilema tete kuti namunyankula straight, but because he has resources apano bani vakateka, they are controlling the stuff, balingishamo abantu shani, so it is complex. So vane vaunka atikachinga niunka nganiuka vane, it is not enough to have your whatever registered. It is not enough to field a candidate that is popular. And at the moment, of course, it's Edgar Lungu that is really popular. But another day, I'll talk about all those issues. I'll talk about those issues. Edgar Lungu is already sold out. But it is not enough. Because kuma elections, ngefina my elections yaliko yesterday, you will lose. Because these people are specialized. When did you see commissioners going kuma elections? ECZ commissioners. Once markaders. And when Ngakuriama elections, it's a job to make sure that their job is to make sure that UPND win the elections. Their job is to make sure that UPND win the election. And now they are saying, okay, tuimoneka kwati twala new UPND twala sevana. So tien tutampe ko perako utuma little known political parties. Bamba no kula perako. They have learned the skill on how to rig elections. Ninji shura paso muli busy. Mairo mkompa tayari espionage. Mairo mkompa tayari espionage. Teka nyeni fevane fishing kevindeni ma politics. Yeah? This is my view. Ama elections muleiva, you are rigging elections. You are rigging elections. And the opposition needs to wake up. Because if you don't wake up, the trend will not change. 2026, they will rig again. They rigged 2021. They employed a very sophisticated technicalities on how to rig that election. And since they won the elections, they have even perfected it. They have perfected it by putting cadres at ECZ, you know. They have perfected it. And you know, it's so bad because even if you say, no, okay, hey, let's go to court. You go to court, you find UPND judges. UPND judges, including the Chief Justice, is the UPND cadre. The Chief Justice is the UPND cadre. The Fish Mungalanda. Fish Mungalanda, the wife even stood. I think she stood somewhere. She stood or she wanted to stand. Before, the late wife, sorry, Tabalanda powerful, but, you know, how can you think my wife can belong to a political party and I belong to another political party? Does that work in our African scenario? It doesn't work. If my wife has to be UPND or PF, she must have my blessing as a husband. And the late wife was UPND. Bamumba Marila is UPND. Look at even the statements that he issues. The man is UPND. He's a supporter of Hakainde Hichilema. He's not a Chief Justice to save Zambia. He's a UPND cadre to save Hakainde Hichilema. So you go kuma court, you find them a cadre veka. Muya mu parliament, ba speaker ni ba cadre. What is left for you? Muya massive servant, abengi ba civil servant, bali batamfya, bali letamwa makadasi. Muya ku polisi bali batamfya bengi abali mu bakapokola na pano nderanda yona mu bakapokola tamu mfwayimu mwalesa mu PF nomba bali mitamfya bengi bali mitamfya na pande chita. A lot of you are just watching from homes. Atishani fine batemo atishani at wait for deployment. We have so many police officers who have been removed waiting for deployment. So many, in hundreds of them, waiting for deployment. 2 years, abantu balora for deployment. Go kuli ba Chief Justice, ba Chief banani ba Inspector General of Police. Ni ba kada wa kama mona menshi. Ni ba kada. So, a country is going into dictatorship. It is going into autocracy. Zambia at the moment is going into autocracy. It's going into autocracy. The democracy, the plural democracy, is just, a fiction, just a smokescreen. But really, no. So, Bane, don't buy into this propaganda over UPND to say, they are loved by by people. Their people cannot love UPND. They have done nothing. There is no way they would love UPND. No. And given a situation where we have free and fair elections, even me, I can win over Hakainde Hichilema. I can win over Hakainde Hichilema. Me, I can win over Hakainde Hichilema. Tetibapitani ba Hakainde Hichilema. I can win an election against Hakainde Hichilema. I can win, no doubt, because Hakainde Hichilema has failed. He has failed. What has he scored? What has he done? What are you going to say? This is what Hakainde Hichilema has done. What are you going to say? What? CDF ni mieva. Fia chave. 20,000. I mean, you're talking about 20,000 nurses and whatever. Out of 20,000 that you are boasting to say we have employed 20,000, you have 130,000, 200,000 people who have not been employed. So how can you be liked? It can't work. It can't work. But caution, I want to tell you, starting now, start looking at how you can reach out to people, how you can beat UPND sophisticated propaganda. How can you beat it? How can you beat it? You people who want to stand as members of parliament, how are you going to beat UPND propaganda machines? How are you going to beat that? Secondly, our electoral system is in the hands of the UPND. In the hands of the UPND, and they have become so sophisticated in rigging the elections to a point whereby they can now freely give who they want to win. That is how sophisticated they have become. They are choosing who they should win to make it look democratic. How are you going to beat that? How are you going to beat that ECZ commission, Electoral Commission of Zambia, which is nothing but UPND? They have been registering number votes, continuous registration. Have you really taken time to look at what is really going on there? Can you really verify because there is something there. ECZ, I mean, for the first time, they have registered so many people within a short time. So many people within a short time, they have registered throughout the country. Check what is going there. What is going on there? Ama elections take winner. You don't win Ama elections on the election date. No. You start winning Ama elections now. So if you are going to say you are going to win elections, start winning elections now. Be on top of things, because ECZ, I'm telling you, kuli mingala to shine kuli. Kuli mingala to shine. How many of you who are watching, who have gone to register my votes? How many? How many? Show me your hands. Who have gone to register your votes? I can guarantee you that you are not many. But where have those people? Do you even know? If you ask yourself, do you even know? Register my votes? Because even me, I don't know. But they have been saying there have been continuous voter registration. That's what ECZ is telling us. ECZ is telling us there have been continuous voter registration. But I can tell you, do a survey, a random survey. Ask people, do you know where they are registering voters? Ask how many will tell you to say, I know. Even some of you, members of parliament, even you high-profile politicians, you, the elite, the middle class, you don't know where they have been doing that voter registration. And some of you are members of parliament, even in your constituencies, you don't even know where they have been registering these voters. And yet, ECZ is giving us figures to say they have registered voters. And in some cases, they're even showing that they have registered more voters in northern part of Zambia. They are showing that. You go and check. Did you see those figures that they brought out? Those figures, they're showing, like Luapula, there are many people that they have registered. Where are those people? Go to Luapula. Bachitotera. Register my voters. Do you know where they were registering voters? How many of your people went to register voters? But your voter, whatever, has increased. It has increased. The numbers in your constituencies have increased. Who are those people who went to register? Who are those people who went to register? They are cooking. They are cooking, and they are cooking with very sophisticated people. Very sophisticated people. You cannot win an election in 2026. If you have to win an election, you have to win now. Start paying attention to these things. Start taking ECZ to task. I am a by-elections, but go in there, find out how did they rig. 2021, Vaed Galungu. Look for people, find ways to audit the 2021 general elections so that you can ascertain where you missed it. I know you did that post-mortem of PF, but you need to do a post-mortem on the elections. Do a post-mortem on the elections. You will tell me, you will see how they rig the elections. And only then can you be able to fight it in 2026. Otherwise, it is going to repeat itself. Not that Hakainde Hichilema is popular. Hakainde Hichilema cannot win an election. But he's going to win an election because of this sophistication that I'm talking about. And the judges, the judiciary, I don't know. I don't know. We need to start talking. We need to start talking. We cannot allow our courts to be, just doing things as they please. We need to start talking, you people. How can it God's scandal Yavena Shadrik Kasanda be said no, it is going to be held in camera? We have got videos. We have got videos. People took videos. It is known in public. How can we accept a high-profile case like that one to say it will be held in camera? Not wikara. Finch Valley Fisa. What are they hiding? At no security feature. What security features by airport? Finch. There is no justice. Justice must not only be done. Justice must be seen to be done. Kasanda futna bamweke shamu at aggravated robbery. So kasanda kwete fiem futi eka fie aya kwe airport kuya eka kasanda. Because he's inside at aggravated robbery. Finchi. And pali kasanda. Chimone kakwati. They have been gagging Kasanda. They don't want Kasanda to speak. It's like they don't want Kasanda to speak. That's why they are even, saying the trial will be held in camera. Because they don't want us to hear what Kasanda will say. Remember when Kasanda took stand, Padinan can bail application. Parakasanda when he reviewed to say, this lawyer took me, he mentioned the number of lawyers who were asking money from him. And since then, they don't want Kasanda to talk. Now they have put Kasanda inside. What are they hiding about that goat scandal? What are you hiding? And if it is that not compromising the judiciary, what is? Where a case happens in full view of so many people, but you go and say it will be tried mukamera. All the Egyptians gone. All the Egyptians gone. And by Gilbert period, yo, I'm a DPP. We should prosecute Tayari. We should do even appeal. Ama Egyptians mwali balekerako. Ero mwakosera patumira ntutu akulokulu ndoloka. Yo he assaulted the police officer. Which police officer did I assault? Ichironda chirikui? So we need to be talking. There are a number of cases there that are just useless. The other day I was listening in case ya wamdala balati bana ni bayamba. Bala ni bayamba. Banshi mwakoserera kanshi. Mwali bakoserera bayamba. And a number of them, I mean, people who are innocent, you can clearly see that these people are innocent. Anyway, let me not digress. That will be another topic for another day. I'm going to package a number of issues that I'll be discussing. And I'm telling you, going forward, I'll just be talking now. I'll just be talking because tamutasha, muliba chave. So I'll just be saying things as I feel like. So that opo mukantwala kuchifungo nishinatupuishanya echilipo hapa by the time mukantwala kuchifungo nishinatupuishanya nakula misapururafi. I want to open my phone lines tonight because this other phone so I want to open the phone lines for tonight. I'll leave it here for tonight. Maybe tomorrow I'll open phone lines. But for now, I think Naranda San. Let me enjoy my Fanta. Thank you very much for watching. Mule isa mule tamba nomba. Nakula alanda. Mwalimu Purusha wa UPND. Mwalimu Purusha. I would have been speaking for you. Nomba nakula misapururafi. Now, for now, thank you very much for watching. May God bless you. May God bless Zambia. Bye.